All right, today's lesson is going to be on order of operations. The order just refers to what sequence you're going to solve the problem in. And operations refers to the operations that we use in a math class, and there's only 4: adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. Up to this point, you've solved equations or expressions in an order, and it's been from left to right. If you had 9 times 7, you would have solved it left to right and gotten the answer of the product 63. Even if you had 3 factors together, you would still multiply it the same way. 9 times 7 is 63, times 2 is 126, right? So you went left to right. We're going to be learning symbols that mathematicians use that will help indicate what order to do the problem in, and it's not always just left to right. We're going to need to learn these symbols, and it's going to be a little bit like learning a new language. Just like when you were little and you saw that symbol, it probably looked like just a squiggle to you when you were first learning it, but you had to learn to interpret that as making the buh sound, right? Every time you saw it, it said buh. You didn't know that, had to learn it. And that's what we'll be doing with the symbols that mathematicians use for indicating order of operations. Let's take an expression and try to solve it. Let's solve 100 minus 20 divided by 4. Now, if we were solving this, if I gave this to you, I'm going to expect that we would say 100, take away 20, and we'd get 80. And since I know I have several operations to do, I like to create another shorter expression underneath as I go. So 100 take away 20 is 80. And then I'm going to bring down the rest of the expression and finish out my problem. 80 divided by 4 is 20. Looks pretty good, right? What if I told you that the answer to this expression is supposed to be 95? And I'll show you how that would happen. Mathematicians use something called parentheses to show you what part of the equation or the expression you're supposed to solve first. And in this case, if I had parentheses around this operation right here with these 2 numbers, it would change the outcome or the answer of the problem. Let's try this one. So the parentheses indicate I need to solve this first. So what is 20 divided by 4? Well, it's 5, right? Again, I like to take my new information and then bring everything down with it that I haven't used yet in my expression. And I'll end up with 100 minus 5, and the answer is 95. The answer changed just because of the order of operations. And today we're learning that the first symbol that we're going to learn about is the parentheses. And what you want to remember is that when you see that parentheses, you're going to solve that part first. Let's try a few examples. 3 plus 6 times 2. So there's an expression that we want to solve. But what if I had the parentheses like this? 3 plus 6 is 9. Then bring down the rest times 2. Now I have 9 times 2 is 18. Okay, same set of numbers, but this time 3 plus 6 times 2. This time my parentheses are going to be around the 6 and the 2. So I immediately go there first to solve. 6 times 2 is 12. Bring down the rest of my information. 3 plus 12 is 15. So just based on the different location of the parentheses, my answer is completely different. So when you're doing your work, your practice today, look for those parentheses, solve that part of the equation or the expression first, and then see what you get, okay? Try it out.